Hey everybody, it's so good to be back. I took a long vacation. I meant to take a month off in the summer and somehow it stretched into more like 5 or 6 weeks. So very European country style vacation. I love making videos. I hope that I help others by sharing my content. I do wear a couple of other hats, however. I've never really talked about this before on our channel, on my channel. 2 years ago, we started homeschooling our children. And so the start of this school year, I just got really busy getting everything together and starting the school year off right. And somehow every week the video would kind of slip to last place. But we're settled into a routine now, and I'm back and I am so happy to be here filming with you. The kids are outside playing soccer after our homeschool day. Beginning of October here in Kentucky, it's just starting to get cool. I love to do 10-item wardrobes. I started doing them last year. I was inspired by Jennifer L. Scott of The Daily Connoisseur and her books, the Madame Chic series. I have found the 10-item wardrobe to be extremely helpful in my life, and I'm really looking forward to sharing my fall 10-item wardrobe with you. But this video is not about my fall 10-item wardrobe. At the end of the summer, beginning of the fall, I realized, well, my husband realized that it mysteriously, despite the fact that I always seem to be buying our son's clothing, always showing up wearing the same ratty shoes, the same ratty shorts, and the same ratty t-shirt. And then I'm like, I thought I had nice clothes for you, but here we are out in public and you're wearing this t-shirt that looks like you outgrew it 2 years ago, and the letters are all cracked because, you know, like those plastic letters, they've been washed so many times, and oh my goodness, what are you wearing on your feet, and your socks don't match, and all of a sudden I'm embarrassed. And I had thought that I had nice clothes for you, or the adequate amount. So I got to thinking about this, and I thought, it's time to do a 10-item wardrobe for the kids. I think that they're overwhelmed and confused by their clothes, especially the boys, but the girls too. Now, we're really lucky. We have a lot of friends around and some family who give us hand-me-downs for the boys and lots of hand-me-downs for the girls. So it can be a little overwhelming when we get this influx of things. And I have been very overwhelmed in the past. And what I have usually done is just looked at whatever their size is and put it in their drawers. And then their drawers get really overstuffed and overcrowded. And then I sort of, when I'm out, I try to remember what it is that they don't really have and buy that, but I don't have like a running list or anything. So their wardrobe in my mind is this fuzzy chaos. And then for them, they have no idea because they don't really care what they have on anyway. I decided to try to create a 10-item wardrobe for my children, but I thought, you know what? The thing about the kids is we live out in the country, and so they really need 10 items of just, I don't know what to call them, play clothes, knock around clothes, farm clothes, because they go outside and they get dirty and their clothes get ripped. And so one of my struggles has been, you know, I don't want to just have this minimal amount of clothing. Like, we get all these hand-me-downs and I really hate giving them away because I never know when someone's going to just utterly destroy a pair of pants. And then I'll be like, oh, we had pants, but I got rid of them. So I don't want to do that. So and you'd be surprised, I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but I decided that what I would do is I would divide their lives into play, and then we'll call them going to town clothes. Makes it sound very Little House on the Prairie, but clothes that would be good for a city street, going to the doctor, going to a play date at a friend's house, so more presentable clothes. That's a second wardrobe. And then a third wardrobe is school. So we do, even though we're homeschooling, we do a uniform for school because it just makes it really quick and easy to get dressed in the morning. And it also lends a certain formality to the school day. It also kind of delineates like, this is school, and then you change and then you can relax, versus just, we're not going to slob around doing school in our pajamas. It's just kind of mental. It's like a mental thing. So they've got play clothes, city, go to town clothes, uniform clothes, and then dress up church clothes. So they've really got 4 10-item wardrobes. That's what I decided. And that way it didn't seem so drastic to only have 10 things for them. So I started out with my boys, and I went in there and I braved their room, and it was really eye-opening to see what happens after I go in and I fold everything the first time and put it away. I've had them folding and putting away their own laundry for some time now, but I haven't really followed up. Once it goes in their room, I don't think about it again. Well, their drawers were this mishmash of, a sock with shorts, with a sweater, like no rhyme or reason, even though I had organized drawers, but they had just gotten really out of hand. So I pulled everything out into the hallway and I folded it all on this big table just to see what was what. And then I took approximately 10 items from each of those 4 categories and put them back in their drawers. So for example, they have, well, my twins are a little more confusing, but my one son and my twins are the same, but they've got double of everything because there's 2 of them. But the one son, he has a dresser. Each of them has a dresser. So in my son's dresser, he's got 2 top drawers where he can keep things he doesn't want his younger siblings getting into, or treasures, also belts and undershirts, like nice white undershirts. And then he's got a drawer of play shorts and play pants. So these are pants that they might have a rip in the knee, but there's something, I don't mind if he goes out in the yard and feeds his chickens with these on and they get dirty, it's no big deal. And then, so he's got maybe 5 pairs of pants like that, 5 pairs of shorts like that, 5 long sleeve t-shirts like that, and 5 short sleeve t-shirts like that. Then he's got another drawer of like presentable clothes. He's got about 5 pairs of presentable shorts that could be worn to town, so to speak, or even to church, or just to see friends. 5 pairs of pants, 5 long sleeve, 5 short sleeve shirts. And then he's got some church clothes, a collared shirt, like a golf shirt. So he's got a couple collared shirts in there, and he can wear shorts in the summer and some nicer khaki pants in the winter. They all keep their uniform stuff in this one antique armoire that we have, and that's all self-explanatory. And they've probably got about 3 pairs of pants apiece, 3 shirts. They wear a tie. They each have 1 sweater, and they all wear the same black socks. So we just have a basket of black socks that are exactly the same. And then each of them has a pair of dress shoes they can wear for school and for church. So each of them has a pajama drawer. They each have about 2 pairs of pajamas for the colder weather. In the summer, they just kind of wear t-shirts and stuff like that to bed. They don't have summer pajamas really, but they do have nice winter pajamas because our house gets pretty cold. They have 2 pairs of nice pajamas each, and each boy has a robe. And then they keep their shoes under their bed, and they each have a pair of like all-terrain Crocs that are great for the farm life that we lead here. They've got boots, again, great for the farm life, like muck boots. Then they've each got like a presentable pair of sneakers that they could wear pretty much anywhere, and a presentable pair of leather, more dressy shoes. I got everything organized and I pared it down, and then the extras that I had, because I had excess t-shirts that were nice and also lots of excess t-shirts that were like good for play clothes, but instead of stuffing them in their drawers, I just took one big plastic tub and I just put everything in there for all 3 boys. So if something gets damaged and we need a backup, I will just reach into that tub. I also have a built-in closet in the room. That's where I decided to keep their sweaters and pullovers. So each of them has about 2 casual and 2 dressy sweaters. And I did all that, and then I explained to them, I showed them where everything went in their drawer. And then as a part of our school day, we've actually been, at the beginning of the school year, we did every day, but now we've kind of slowed down. Maybe about once a week, we will go in their room during school and just take a look at their drawers. Are you folding everything properly? Are you putting it away where it belongs? Are the nice t-shirts with the nice t-shirts, are they all facing the right way? Or they're not like balled up and shoved in there? Are the nice pants with the nice pants? Are the ripped jeans all together with all the other ripped jeans? And it's been pretty good. A few times I've caught them back at their old habits of just shoving things wherever, and we've had to kind of redo the drawers. But all in all, it's working really well, and I will continue to monitor them, but I'm really happy, and I think they're happy too, and it's made it easier for them to find clothes and get dressed and feel good about what they're wearing. And I can tell that they do, especially if we're going to town, as we call it, and they need to wear town clothes. I can tell that they feel confident that they're wearing like something nice instead of before. I think they would kind of be like, I forgot to mention that before. All three boys are so close in age. Their feet are essentially right now the same size. And so they just share a sock and underwear drawer. All the socks are fair game. All the underwear is fair game because they're all in the same size. So that makes it pretty simple. And we just have, I didn't count how many. We have a lot of socks and a lot of underwear. And I don't feel the need to be really minimal in that area because as we get more organized, some of that will winnow out and maybe we'll get more minimal with our socks and underwear, I think. Because I have noticed even with the clothing, 10 items per occasion, that felt like such a teeny amount, but the longer I do this, I realize, really as long as I keep up with the laundry, I only need 2 or 3 nice shorts, 2 or 3 nice shirts, as long as we're laundering consistently, which since the start of the school year, I also started a new laundry regimen. Laundry is my favorite household chore. I really enjoy laundry, but there's so many of us in the family that it does get completely overwhelming. And my laundry room was frequently getting completely out of control. So I decided that I would try to really stay on top of it this year, this school year. And I'm having the kids each, so my 4 older kids, each fold and put away 1 basket of laundry every day. And that means I'm probably doing 2 loads of laundry a day. And then that kind of translates into about 4 baskets because we have a really big tub, washing tub. So, and the baskets aren't as big as what comes out of there. So that's about like a nice, not a whole overwhelming amount, but like a small basket of laundry per kid. And they do know how to fold most things and they're learning how to fold better and they do know where things go and can put them away. And that, the whole thing really all told, it probably takes them 10 to 12 minutes. And it's wonderful because that way we're getting at least 4 baskets of laundry put away every day. And if we miss a day, it's not a big deal because we're really on top of it. And then I'll iron anything that needs ironing. My goal for later in the year is to teach the older ones anyway, or at least maybe the oldest, how to iron a collared shirt for themselves and iron a pair of pants, but that's down the road. We're still working on folding and putting away and keeping our drawers really tidy. And the 10-item wardrobe has ridden to my rescue once again. It's wonderful. And I did the same thing with the girls. They had a very overwhelming amount of clothes in 2 different sizes because there's more of an age gap between them. And they each have a dresser as well. That was something that I did about 2 years ago, was really felt like our lives would be so much easier if each child had his or her very own dedicated dresser. And I worked really hard to find dressers that I liked on Facebook Marketplace, and we spent hardly anything. We got a few completely for free and a few for about $17 a piece. The most I spent was $100 on one dresser, and I was just really attached to it because it has this cute little sailboat, and I just love it. It's very vintage 1960s, and it went with the other one really well that we have that has a longhorn steer on it, which is also vintage 1960s, or possibly even older because it was the children's grandfather's when he was a boy. So I really wanted those two to complement each other because they're twins, but it was not expensive to make sure each child had his or her own dresser. And I painted the girls, and I had a lot of fun doing it. The boys really didn't want theirs painted, so they've got the natural wood. That's fine. The girls, I went through their clothing, and we had so much from the generosity of, I think there's 3 or 4 different families that we have gotten hand-me-downs from over the years, and we have so much, and it's wonderful because we really don't have to buy very much for them, and they've got a lot of choice. But I went through with them, and it was very ruthless, and we only kept what we really absolutely loved, and we gave a lot away. I think I had 8 bags going to Goodwill. Once we did that, we still had a lot left, so I did the same thing. The girls have a school 10-item wardrobe, they have a church dress-up 10-item wardrobe, they have a play clothes out in the yard, don't care if you rip it up 10-item wardrobe, and they have a going to town, going to see friends, more but casual 10-item wardrobe, so about 40 pieces a piece in their drawers, and there's lots of room. It's very roomy, you can see everything. They're really, more so than the boys, my older girl really is enjoying keeping those drawers neat and tidy, and she's kind of like rearranged them a couple of times to make them look even better, and she's having a lot of fun with it. I have a tub too because we had extra, and I just hate to get rid of it in case something happens because there's always spills and there's always falls and there's always rips and stains. And so I have a tub where I put excess clothes for her and her sister, and for now I might separate them into 2 separate bins, but they're just all in one for now. It's helped a ton with keeping the kids feeling confident and good about what they're wearing, with mom and dad feeling good, like the kids are looking presentable, and we don't have to be like, oh my gosh, how do we let them leave the house that way? Which was happening way too often before. So the 10-item wardrobe for the win.
I got so into this that I actually created a checklist for my boys' spring, summer, fall, winter, and my girls' spring, summer, fall, winter wardrobes. And I think I'm just going to be able to use these year after year. I like to use these with your own kids. I'll include them as a download. I'll link it in the description down below. I find it really helpful to see it visually. It kind of clears the confusion out of so many moving pieces of kids' wardrobes. So this is Kathleen from oldworldfarmhouse.com. Thanks again for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more 10-item wardrobe content. I love talking about this stuff, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.